So I want to go ahead and make a quick video that covers the image detail view, because like you see there's a lot of options that you have here, and there's a lot of stuff over here and different buttons. All images that you generate have a data file associated with them. This data file contains all the extra details about the image in a format that is very easily accessible by any program such as mine. And one of the first things that happens when you boot up the web UI server is that it goes through every single data file in the output folder and indexes it. This makes it very easily to have images linked to other images, like image variations and upscales. And one of the cool things about this, though, is it actually will break apart the keywords. It will index it and make it searchable. This also allows you to have a little keyword cloud, so you can actually click. These are all the different keywords that make up this image, and you can actually click on them. For example, graffiti. And you can get an image of different images I have, which are graffiti. You can even see it'll show the animated ones too. But let's go back here and show you. So this is the actual prompt. You can actually copy the prompt. You can re-roll and select the prompt. So anytime you see a re-roll, what that means is that you want to make a brand new image that's not based on this image, but you want to re-roll the prompt that makes up this image. There's other things you can do too. You can view the negative prompt. You can view the image data. This is actually all the data that's in the data file associated with this image, including a lot of extra data that was found during the indexing. You have the markdown, so if you want to share this image on somewhere like Reddit, you can include information on the image, and this is pretty much just all that information. It's in markdown format and it's in plain text format. The original prompt, what I used to make the image. So remember, this is a random prompt generator. This is the random prompt that was generated, but if you want to, if someone asks you, hey, what random keywords did you enter? Well, you didn't actually type all this out. What the actual thing that you typed out was vehicle. Now, you did not specify to not automatically add effects and artists. So because you did not specify that, it will add that on there for you. You can give this to somebody, and it guarantees to give them the same kind of randomization that you got. Post prompt, these keywords will randomly expand out to regular keywords in list entries, and that's exactly what this is. So what this expands out to is vehicle, a vehicle type list. You got a few empty list entries, mood, and you got artists. Is going to insert 3 different artists. It's going to insert image effect, raise, and you can see kind of what a dynamic prompt can break down into. And what's cool is you can copy this and you can even re-roll it. So you don't have to just re-roll a prompt. You can also re-roll original prompts and post prompts. So there's different levels of randomization that go into random prompt, and you can re-roll any of those levels, not just the final result or the initial entry. You may not know this, but this program originally started out as a command line prompt. For every single image you generate with the web UI, or actually even the command line prompt, it's going to show you the command that was used to make that prompt. In this case, if you wanted to write your own script, your automation script or something, or write your own program that interfaces with this program, this gives you an idea of the command you can use. So you can actually literally copy this command and open up the command prompt and paste it in, and it will run and make this type of image. So now you know what a reroll is. A reroll will also attach the generated image to this image. Let's go ahead and make a reroll now. This is a one-click thing. As usual with my program, everything is usually kept very, very If I can make something a single click, I'm generally going to do that. When you re-roll an image, it will try to keep some of the settings, including the original sampler and sample count. But it will not use the same seed because the idea is that you're making a brand new image and not a variation. It takes you right back to this page. Now here, you gotta re-roll. This is another image. I kind of like it actually, but I'm kind of mixed about it. It's interesting to see what a particular reroll will be, and you can just click the reroll several times. You can see the type is even a rerolled image, and if you go to the actions menu, you can actually go to the parent and step back up. And this is the power of indexing your images. This is reroll, but what about a select? Anytime you see the word select, what it means is you are going to perform an action in Canvas. You're going to do something else. Original prompt, which is the vehicle, FX, and artist. And let's hit the select button. Anytime you hit the select button, it takes you to the generate page. We have the image ID that we are re-rolling. And re-roll which part? Original prompt. This is what we selected. So if we hit generate, it's going to do the same thing as if we had just click the re-roll button. But we don't have to. We can do something more. Prompts. Let's actually do 2 re-rolls. Let's also change the steps to 16 steps. Normally it would pull the number of steps from the image, which is 32, but I want to use 16 steps this time. You generally want to leave this blank because you want to pull from the original prompt. If you enter something here, it's going to use this instead of this, which would defeat the whole point of the reroll. Let's go ahead, so we are generating two rerolls essentially at 16 steps each. Let's go ahead and click generate, and let's see what we get. So if we rerolled that image with only 16 steps instead, this is actually what we get. Now remember, what we rerolled was the original prompt that we typed in, so you're going to get a much wider randomization variation of images. We can click any one of these images. It'll take this is quite interesting and funny. And we can go to the parent image, and you can see we have 3 rerolls. The newest is listed first, followed by the oldest listed last. And this is the power of select, which is very, very powerful. Unless you do some pretty deep customization. The actions menu is also quite fun. What's interesting here is, again, you see the same select variations, upscale, animate, but you see the same thing about select. These are one click. If you're interested in making a quick upscale or a quick variation or quick animate using the default settings, these can save you a lot of extra clicks and steps. I am actually interested to see how this image will turn out if we decide to animate it. So let's go now. This is interesting. It does look like we can probably clean this up. You can actually go and remove the individual animation frames. Now, I've gone ahead and removed the frames with the other biker in it. And let's go ahead and update this. That's interesting. It's creative. One-click variations, one-click upscales, or you can select variations, upscales. Let's actually upscale this image. We're going to do select, which, as you may remember, as the tooltip says, take this image to the generation page to customize it for upscales. And the reason why I'm doing this is because the upscaler won. So normally I use Anime 6B. This is different from the default. Anime 6B really cleans up the image, but unfortunately can sometimes clean it up a little too well and reveal a lot of the AI distortions in the image. So I'm going to switch to ES-Argon4X, which is more of like the normal upscaler. It basically upscales the image exactly how it is. It doesn't clean it up or do anything special to it. Let's see how it looks. Upscales are usually very quick, and there we go. So we can click this image. We can go down here. We got the animations. Let's click on upscales. This is the original image up here, but you can click over here and you can see how it changed. Now we can right-click this image, open a new tab, and this is our upscaled image. It is upscaled 400% by default, which means for a 512 by 512 image, it has brought it up to a 2K image. There's just pretty much all the different stuff you can do in the image details. It's quite powerful. There's quite a lot of options, and I really hope that you have fun with it. Thank you for watching this video. Bye.